Hello friends, you are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. Many words have been granted me, and some are wise, and some are false, but only 3 are holy. I will it. The fortune my spirit is not to be blown into coins of brass and flung to the winds as alms for the poor of the spirit. I guard my treasures, my thought, my will, my freedom. And the greatest of these is freedom. Compromise now, because you'll have to later, anyway. Only then you'll have gone through things you'll wish you hadn't. Self-respect is something that can't be killed. The worst thing is to kill a man's pretense at it. And he set her name to fill the space of 5 years. Guilt is a rope that wears thin. Let us destroy, but don't let us pretend that we are committing an act of virtue. Let me give you a tip on a clue to men's characters. The man who damns money has obtained it dishonorably. The man who respects it has earned it. For the first time since her return, she felt pain, a violent pain, but it made her feel alive, because it was worth feeling. Remember that rights are moral principles which define and protect a man's freedom of action, but impose no obligations on other men. The political function of the right of free speech is to protect dissenters and unpopular minorities from forcible suppression, not to guarantee them the support, advantages, and rewards of a popularity they have not gained. My dear fellow, who will let you? That's not the point. The point is, who will stop me? Whose steps were a restless substitute for flight? Place nothing above the verdict of your own mind. There is no such thing as a lousy job, only lousy men who don't care to do it. She stood at the window, her arms spread wide, holding onto each side of the frame. It was as if she held a piece of the city. When a man feels fear without reason, you call into the attention of a psychiatrist. You are not so careful to protect the meaning, the nature, and the dignity of love. He walked, groping for a sentence that hung in his mind as an empty shape. He could neither fill it or dismiss it. He liked to observe emotions. They were like red lanterns strung along the dark unknown of another's personality, marking vulnerable points. Dagny, we can never lose the things we live for. We may have to change their form at times, if we've made an error, but the purpose remains the same and the forms are ours to make. Because I never have any definite destination. This ship is not for going to places, but for getting away from them. When I stop at a port, it's only for the sheer pleasure of leaving it. I always think, here's one more place that can't hold me. The age of the skyscraper is gone. This is the age of the housing project, which is always a prelude to the age of the cave. It meant nothing to him any longer, only a faint tinge of sadness, and somewhere within him, a drop of pain moving briefly and vanishing, like a raindrop on the glass of a window, its course in the shape of a question mark. Through the dry phases of calculations in her mind, she noticed that she did have time to feel something. It was the hard, exhilarating pleasure of action. She started off walking fast, as if the speed of her steps could give form to the things she felt. Money will not purchase happiness for the man who has no concept of what he wants. This is pity, he thought, and then he lifted his head in wonder. He thought that there must be something terribly wrong with a world in which this monstrous feeling is called a virtue. I love your ideals because I know no worse injustice than the giving of the undeserved. I want it real. I want to know that there is someone, somewhere, who wants it, too. Or else what is the use of seeing it, and working, and burning oneself for an impossible vision? A spirit, too, needs fuel. It can run dry. Have you ever felt the longing for someone you could admire? For something, not to look down at, but up to? The first right on earth is the right of the ego. Man's first duty is to himself. His moral law is never to place his prime goal within the persons of others. His moral obligation is to do what he wishes, provided his wish does not depend primarily upon other men. I don't work with collectives. I don't consult. I don't cooperate. I don't collaborate. No speech is ever considered, but only the speaker. It's so much easier to pass judgment on a man than on an idea. There is no affirmation without the one who affirms. In this sense, everything to which you grant your love is yours. I will not die. It's the world that will end. Paraphrase of unknown philosopher. It is a sin to write this. I feel that others live up to me, if they want me. There were things in my past which I have not liked, but all the things of which I was proud will remain. People associate too much with sex when real intimacy is deeper. She's in a gentle touch, and a calm look, and even breathing nearby. Thanks for watching. Check out these educational videos too.